Hey, this is Notser, and we're in the Tier 9 British Battleship, Lion. We're on the map Tears of the Desert. This is Epicenter. My commander build is main auxiliary, lower chance of flood and fire, improved acceleration, lower duration of flood and fire, concealment, faster main battery rate of fire. For my commander, preventative maintenance, expert marksman, adrenaline rush, superintendent, advanced firing training, and concealment. Now, I'm not 100% on advanced firing training being a part of the build in this game, or quite literally the game after this one. But I'm sharing this game for a couple of reasons. I'm currently trying to get to the Conqueror. Yes, I know. Why did it take you so long? Because honestly, I don't really enjoy the British playstyle. I don't like spamming a lot of HE. You'll notice I have AP loaded. And we did a massive amount of damage to our counterpart, British cruiser, who has to go and smoke. But I'm almost there. I'm about 10,000 away. So this was an interesting game. And you'll notice that the title is There Was an Attempt. And I'm sure you will recognize the attempt at the part of the game that it's relevant. But I'm just trying to get a good understanding of the new Tears of the Desert. So, obviously we did a big Citadel shot on the enemy British cruiser who went into smoke. Recognize a friendly destroyer sees the Udaloy, and I wanted to help him out, and we get a little bit of chip damage on him, which is cool. Got an enemy Musashi who wants to fire on me, and he's missed ever so close a couple times, so I don't really want to risk it. And look at the friendly destroyer, just barely slips by the torpedoes. He gets one set on the enemy. The enemy is actually able to rotate his torpedoes into position 180 to the other side of the ship, gets another torpedo send, hits a torpedo, barely doesn't kill the friendly. The friendly, in the meantime, takes out the enemy, and we've got a friendly Colorado. Hey, just letting you know I'm right here. Enemy Udaloy dies too. So just like that, we've got 3 enemy destroyers dead. We did end up losing that friendly destroyer, right? Yeah, we did. So that's unfortunate, but 1 ship for 3, I'll take that. Especially when it's not my ship. So I'm going to push forward, trying to get a good angle. There's a couple cruisers over here. I was hoping that they would show themselves again. I want to punish them. I switched to HE in response to the enemy battleship. And of course, I don't have the ammo type that would work perfectly in this scenario. AP would just punch right through this guy. HE is going to punch right through him too, but a similar shot, maybe the Fiji dies. Who's to say? We only had, what, 1 shell make contact with the ship, so got a pretty bad dispersion roll there. But the guy's gonna die. And who's he gonna die to? Looks like he's trying to heal it back up, so I unload one more time. And yes, that is a fire at the Fiji. And we take him out. Nice, nice. And I think I set fire to the enemy Musashi. I'm hoping I did. No, I didn't. It was the Fiji. Dang it. So I wanted to use this island chain. Tears of the Desert obviously changed, and it's a big smiley face. So both sides get to benefit from islands. I want to benefit from this island setup, so only this enemy Baltimore has line of sight on me, and I obviously have line of sight on him. And conveniently, it's blocking line of sight, and there's nothing within the range of my guns. I'm completely stealth firing over here as a battleship, which is ridiculous, of course. But, you know, game mechanics. Speaking of game mechanics, show yourself, Baltimore. Gonna obviously don't get right into the island there, unfortunately. And yes, dispersion, not my strongest suit there. So I'm gonna push forward. Game's going okay, right? We have a clear advantage, and we should try and take the momentum and push it even further. So I'm going to move forward. I'm going to fire on a broadside Baltimore, hopefully. And he's not going to expect this move because I haven't been spotted for a while. He did see a shot, but how could he expect me to run forward quickly and hopefully get a broadside on him. He really can't. But there are 2 battleships in this area, and one of them is really dangerous. The Musashi will be able to completely ignore my armor, and I am close enough to the enemy that they could contribute. So I was like, oh crap, this is probably a bad move, especially now that the Baltimore's dead. So I'm like, yeah, okay, yes, yes, Musashi, do 10,000. Ah, this is not good. This is not good at all. I've accepted my fate at this point. I'm going, okay, what can I do to help my team? Well, we can try and maybe do some chip damage on this guy, get the superstructure. Of course, the shell is a little too low, and it hits the top of his hull / deck, and at that angle, you know, it wasn't going to work out. And of course, he's just planning a ton. So I'm like, I could fire HE at this guy, but probably the more useful thing is to actually fire at the cruiser, who's perfectly broadside. And my goal was kill the cruiser and then ram the battleship. I wouldn't normally do something, well, I would normally do this. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to kill this guy. I'm going to ram him. I'm going to try and get one more salvo off on the enemy, and it looks like the Musashi sees what I'm trying to do. He's setting up his guns in preparation, but of course, I'm going too quick for him. So I miss the ram. Him ruining my plan. I miss the ram. Friendlies are able to basically kill the enemy cruiser. And in fact, it doesn't look like they're doing a very good job of it. So I'm going to keep my main battery on target, finish this guy off perfectly broadside. Meantime, there's a giant battleship right behind me. And if you have small children, tell them to look away in this moment. This is not appropriate. We are going to have access to this Musashi's buttocks. And I intend to insert some fairly reasonable caliber guns right up his butt. And we found his citadel, and hey, that was pretty easy. That was exactly what the plan was. I totally planned it out. I was like, why am I alive? What the hell happened? I'll take it. Works for me. But you notice how bad his turrets were still traversing. It was bad. It was really, really bad how slow his turrets were. And yeah, don't get into point blank range with your Musashi. Clearly. We got another attempt at a ram, and he's missing it. I told, is he penguin or panda? He's one of those two. I can't see it from this. But I was like, you can get him. And he missed it. So, yeah. Looks like we've got a couple premature players. Yeah, me being one of them, of course. I have to rip on myself. And unfortunately, he's splayed wide open. The Missouri can just easily shoot him dead. And he's going to either burn down or, obviously die to that. So I'm going to try and assist him. Maybe keep him alive. Nope. The enemy Musashi takes the kill, of course. And all of a sudden, they have one ship down on us. So I'm hoping, okay, we're going to get a broadside. And of course not. Well, he should burn down. Yes, there he goes. The Gajamata takes him out. Good. Now all they have is the Musashi. Which, by the way, this Musashi was teammates with that other Musashi, right? Why are they on opposite sides of the map? That seems ineffective. Regardless, I'm just going to try and engage him, and hopefully he opens up a perfectly broadside. I got a friendly Atlanta here. I'm pretty healthy. I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm just going to push forward unload the last of my shells, potentially on a broadside. If he stays or widens his stance, I will continue to keep AP. I know. How dare you fire AP in an HE battleship? Yeah, I know. I'm weird like that. I just HE's so boring. Oh, it is so boring. So we got this enemy Musashi who is regretting his life choices because he's got 2 friendly destroyers from my team sending torpedoes at him. He's got to sort of deal with it. Not very well. And I was like, hey, who's he shooting? Oh, he's shooting the Atlanta. And there goes my support. So all of a sudden, I'm the only visible target on this flick. The friendly cruiser is super far away, and I'm going, oh no, not this again. Not this again. Well, maybe this again. Maybe this again. I think I'm going to rotate my guns. I'm going to engage the enemy cruiser. Oh, God. Musashi doesn't care about angle. It just punches it right through. But I'm going to rotate my guns. I'm going to engage the cruiser, and I'm going to ram this enemy Musashi. I tried it on his teammate. I'm going to try it on him. Right? That's what's going to go down. That's the only success. And I was even considering, yeah, I should probably use my heal. Enemy's like, what the hell is he doing? He sent his torpedoes expecting me not to push. We are able to mitigate a little bit of the damage. And what is this? The friendly Gajimata is going to take away my ram opportunity. He's got perfectly placed torpedoes, and I'm like, well, would you looky there? I don't need to ram myself. The DD was very precise with that location on the torpedoes. And now we've just got, obviously, the cruiser, Algeri, and I think a Loa Yang. And then Loa Yang obviously has ridiculous hydro that's going to last forever. Friendly's like, hey, be careful of the torpedoes. Don't worry. I'm going in, and I'm going in all the way.
Problem solved, sir.
And when he's just where I want to shoot at him, he holds his fire. This is not a very good idea at this point, because the Loa Yang sent torpedoes at me probably, 30, 40, 50 seconds ago. He's probably got his torpedoes up.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Oh, yes, he does. So we're definitely going to take at least 2 on the nose. And I get 1 little shot off right at the very end. And I'm hoping that's enough for the friendly. But look at this. Everyone's really low. We've got a friendly destroyer under 1,000. This guy's under like 5,000. He's sending his torpedoes. He's out in the open. He's against basically American guns. It's not looking good. It could have been a lot easier than this. And I don't know. I felt like I took advantage of everything. I mean, if I would have rammed, maybe Mogami doesn't die. Maybe that target doesn't die, Really weird things. And then the guy pulls a Notser right in front of him. Friendly torpedo gets him, and it's just one of those games, right? It's one of those games where there's about 10 different events that are ridiculous. Just, who would have thought that the Loa Yang, who had hydro and the ability to see me out of smoke, send torpedoes while I'm trying to approach it, would run into the island and take the torpedoes after the friendly battleship on his team was almost rammed, and prior to that, his division mate was almost rammed, and prior to that, there was a Missouri that was also almost rammed. There was a lot of fail in this game, and I just enjoyed myself. This was one of the most fun line games I honestly played in my journey to the Conqueror. I get so cynical when it comes to min-maxing and seeing how boring an HE spam is. Oh, 200,000, yeah. I'd rather just get in there and fight, man. And, maybe the British aren't for that, but I'm working my way up, obviously. And here's the friendly cruiser, pretty healthy. Obviously, the DDs don't want to show themselves at all. They're too low. And this cruiser should be completely fine taking out the Algedy. You know, it's the difference of 2 tiers. Algedy has not quite the same gun velocity, and he doesn't have the support staff of the 2 DDs, so it should work out pretty well. And I'm going, oh, please, don't do something stupid. Like, don't be seen by aircraft. Don't do anything dumb. The enemy Algedy could easily accidentally kill 2 friendlies in half a second with secondaries. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? Okay, friendly has torpedoes. Algedy is firing his guns. Looks like he might be running smack dab into torpedoes, but either way, yeah, okay, cool. It worked out. One of those games, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I love the randomness of multiplayer gaming. These guys did a great job. They kept us in the game, no thanks to my efforts. And yeah, I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.